Hello everyone, and welcome back to Dynamic Touch. So this is the long-awaited video. I bet y'all have been wondering why I haven't posted any updates on my heat training journey. Well, here I am, my last update a year later, to give you my view on my full experience. And in order to give you the full picture, I'm going to start the story from the beginning. Let's go. A year ago in September of 2020, I began my public heat training journey as an experiment. Before this experiment, I had become a heat trained person by accident. As I stated before, my curl pattern was changed due to a mishap with heat. I had wanted to flat iron my hair, and my sister did the best she could. I didn't look to purchase the correct tools, and the rest is history. At first, I was incredibly angered by the situation. As I had said before, I've often stated, it's very upsetting to work for multiple years and to reach a certain length point and then everything to be destroyed within a second. And that's often the attitude that a lot of naturals have, right? Because you want to maintain the integrity of your curl pattern and still have prosperous hair. And I felt distraught, almost like the feeling you get when you cut your hair, just angry, distraught, and kind of disappointed in myself that to straighten my hair, I would put my curl pattern at risk. As I have often stated before, I had worked really hard to grow my hair under wigs. That's my primary. My hair was underneath wigs and weaves for a good amount of time, probably 5 or 6 years. I had mastered the wig and weave care. So yeah, I was upset. That all changed as time went on. So first I hid my hair underneath braids. I didn't want to face the fact that my hair had been damaged, And then as time went on, I began to embrace the damage, and I realized that there was pros. I have easier wash days. My curl pattern is easier to detangle. Or this new curl pattern was easier to detangle, it was easier to take care of. For the first time, I actually wore my hair in a wash and go, but even with that, I was still mocked as having bad hair. So once again, if you guys, I think someone said they wanted a story time. So if you guys comment down below, and maybe if I get 2 other people that say they want the story time of me being mocked with my heat trained afro, I will tell you that story time. But I often say this because people say that you're doing this for attention, or you're doing it to change the way you look, but other people will still have self-hate towards you, because my hair, as you can see from the picture, my hair was still clearly an afro. So here I was living my best heat damaged life. Look at that fluff. Look at that hair. By mid-2019, I began to notice an increase in videos surrounding the topics of texturizers and relaxers. Women from all walks of life, from all over the world, Black women, were going back to relaxers. I think a lot of people in the natural hair community was upset. They were really upset about that. Well, the natural hair community, especially in the United States, had worked so hard for acceptance, for women to embrace their hair. But I think people didn't understand necessarily where this movement was coming from. I think it came from not necessarily from a self-hate place, not for everybody, right? Most of these women who were getting the relaxers and texturizers had been natural 8, 10, 11, 15, 20 years. They have walked down the natural hair path, and now these women were going back to relaxers. And as I stated before in my first video, it really comes down to your lifestyle. Natural hair is great. Your natural hair texture is great. It is a blessing. Our hair literally defies gravity, okay? It's like a beautiful cloud. It's the same hair Jesus Christ had, okay? Hair like wool, soft, beautiful, like a cloud, right? And our hair, I don't know if you guys notice, our hair straight is the only hair that is lightweight like a cloud. My sister brought that to my attention, Josso. She brought that to my attention. She was just like, black hair is the only hair that consistently stays lightweight and soft, even when it's long. And the thicker your texture gets, the more lightweight and softer your curl pattern gets. Like, that's amazing. But yeah, all these women were going back to relaxers, and I took notice of that. I was like, that's kind of funny, because that texturizer looks like my hair right now. That's what I thought in my head. Like, what if they could do what I did? What if I could make something that I did the standard, so women wouldn't necessarily have to go to chemicals to get what they wanted? And I think like a lot of people in the natural hair community act like, black women are the only ones who use chemicals to straighten their hair. But 99% of people, even Asian people, Hispanic, white, everyone uses really harsh chemicals to straighten their hair or to perm it, for the ones who want curly hair. So that was one of the major reasons I began to have this idea to embark on this experiment. The other reason why I began my heat training journey was because I had a negative and very jarring experience in a beauty supply store. And I will be coming out with this story later, so definitely stay tuned. It really had me thinking, and it really just made me sad. It made me sad for black women, but I will be coming out with that story later. So as 2019 went on, so did the videos of relaxers in our recommendation tabs. So in December of 2019, I made the decision that I will be experimenting with heat training in order to give black women who wanted to wear their hair straight a non-toxic option. So December 2019, I chopped off all my hair. That was a kind of sad time for me because my hair was extremely short. I don't think my hair had been that short since high school. But also I realized that my hair was very easy to manage. And now I know why some naturals keep their hair short. It was very easy to manage. My braid outs actually look great, and my hair didn't take as long to do. I used this time to experiment with protective styles, with synthetic wigs, up until September of 2020. And so my hair flourished in what I knew how to do best. September of 2020, right? That's when I finally gathered the courage to actually begin the experiment. I didn't know it would be difficult to go from protective styling 24/7, right? I did that for the past 5 to 6 years, to wearing my hair straight. How hard could it be? I told myself often, it's not like my hair is in its natural state, right? And boy, was I wrong. I totally underestimated the process. You know what? Come to think of it, people like the Glam Twins make it look so easy. But then again, they've been doing it for how long? Since they were in high school? Like, I really thought I was gonna be out here slaying these flat irons like the Glam Twins. No, this experience humbled me. Like, it was one of the hardest things I have ever had to do so far. I put it in the top 3 hardest things so far in my life that I have to do. I'm pretty sure later on in life there'll be things that are harder, but for me, this is gonna be the top 3. I literally had to learn to take care of my hair in a way I had never experienced before. I mean, the most I experienced when I was younger was like a hot comb. This was nothing like that. For me, here are the key reasons why it was extremely difficult to learn to straighten my hair. 1, remember, I had been protective styling most of my life, but I had to learn to care for my hair out. I had to learn a whole new hair care structure. I had to learn how to flatten my hair, how to blow out my hair, what products could work with this new hairstyle, what products could not. Not only that, I had to spend hours treating my hair because I would be causing damage, and a good preventative course of action is to do your treatments. All these new aspects of hair care I had to learn. And thank God I had my sister who actually planned out my entire routine from my journey from start to finish. Because for some people, when you're out here figuring it out alone and you don't have someone who knows hair, that's even more daunting. I had her plan everything out. And even with her planning everything out, every little step, I still couldn't do it. I'm gonna be honest. As you can see from their pictures early on, I was really struggling with the flat iron process. It was hard for me to maneuver my hands in a way that has never been placed before. My sister would often tell me Rome was not built in a day. Anytime I would ask her if I can just bump up the heat to heat damage my hair once and move on with my life, she would continue on to say, if you want to go against my plan and burn off my hair, be my guest. Yes, my sister kept me in line. Josso, thanks for that. Oftentimes during my heat training experience, you saw me braid up my hair. And it wasn't because it was the best course of action. It was because that's what I knew. Like when you're learning something new and you want to give up, you kind of revert back to your old ways, right? I was trying to get rid of the problem. I was like, I'm just gonna get this hair out of their way. I don't know how to, and I don't know if I want to maintain my hair straight or put in that effort and wrap my hair every night. So if I just braid up my hair, I wouldn't have to deal with this. I went back to my traditional African girl hairstyle, which is just braiding your hair straight back and wrapping it up. It actually took me until March of 2021 to actually get my first good flat iron. Like I was like, oh, I did that, I was so excited that I put on a cute outfit and modeled, literally did a model strut into my office at work. I put on, I was like, what? My hair is laid. Like for the first time during this entire experiment, I actually felt like I could do this. I felt confident in my choices. Of course, when you go into experiment, it might end up negative, it might end up positive, but I felt the weight on me about this experiment because I was getting so many comments like, oh sis, I can't wait for you to see the results. Of course, I was getting negative comments, but I was getting a lot of positive comments, and I began to feel the weight of that. I wanted this experiment to be a success. And during March of 2021 is when I noticed the most difference in my hair. It wasn't so much that my curl pattern had changed. I wasn't bumping up the heat or trying to use that excuse to change my hair rapidly, but the behavior of my hair has changed. And I think that's one thing a lot of people do not talk about when they're heat trained. And I was able to see that through this experiment. Your hair begins to act differently before it begins to look differently. That blew my mind. My hair actually liked to stay straight at this point. My hair just wanted to stay straight. Even in the shower, when I was underneath the shower water, it would take a while. And it's not that it was damaged. That was because this was my hair new baseline. And so behavior is a big thing that people do not talk about when heat training. Your behavior of your hair dramatically changes. Believe me, my hair did not immediately sweat out after I exercised. I would keep my hair in a low bun instead of jumping straight to braids at this time because now my hair was behaving different. My hair began to become easier to manage because it liked to stay in that straight state. For instance, if how many of you guys twist your hair to part your hair and separate it from each other, you might do a twist out and put your hair in a low bun to stretch your hair. My hair, and you'll be like, okay, I get a semi-good stretch. My hair would just totally stretch out like a blowout. That's how used to being straight my hair was. At this time, I also realized something very important as well, that no one told you, that I realized financially, heat training was cheaper than my love for wigs and weaves. Yes, it was cheaper. Don't get me wrong. I never planned to really give up on my hair extensions for the rest of my life. But this new heat training, wearing my own hair out, made my whole heat training routine, my whole hair routine, cheaper. The wigs I purchase they're not cheap. They're very expensive. Actually, they're an investment. When I invest in a wig, I invest a lot. And my heat training routine, although it was a little bit pricey at the beginning, in the long run, it was cheaper. I also knew what to do with my hair immediately out of the shower. How often when Black women get out of the shower, we don't know what to do with our hair. We're like, oh, we have to do something. You have to twist it. You have to braid it. You have to style it. You have to do it in a wash and go. But I just knew immediately what I was gonna do. My routine, it was so simple, it was so straightforward, and that was a big difference for me. May of 2021, I had experienced a change in my hair texture and change in behavior. And this is when I had my first major setback. I don't know who the hell I thought I was. I'm gonna cut my routine short. My hair texture is different. I'm not gonna stick to my routine that my sister Jocelyn had set for me. I'm just gonna hop in the shower and do what I need to do. And when I tell you, when I hopped in that shower and did not do my full routine, my hair literally tangled upon itself into the biggest knot you can even imagine. I literally thought I was gonna have to chop off my hair and start over again. And it's because I literally thought, oh, my hair is looser. My hair's 3C now. I don't need to do all that. And because of that, I ended up having to detangle my hair for 8 hours. My hair was a knotted mess. And I'm surprised that my hair is still in pretty good condition after that. In June, I ended up straightening my hair again, and this time I stuck to the routine. And you really have to be diligent with this, with your routine. You don't want any setbacks like what I went through. July, I don't think I flattened my hair. I think it was too hot, so I wore my hair in braided style. And August, I definitely knew I kept my hair braided all of August because August was ridiculously hot. September, I decided I would at least document my curl pattern after one of my washes. guys can see my hair in person. The camera is not doing it justice with the definition. I just wish you guys could see it in person. So here's the final results. Here's what my hair is looking like. As you guys can see, you can compare my hair currently to what my hair looked like when I first had that first heat damage experience. My hair is just about the same length. So I know many of you were expecting for me to come up here and give you a list and say, hey, here's a list of products, go and be heat trained. But I think you guys know that from me explaining this long story that it's not really about the products you use, but about the technique. You can literally walk into any store and use any system and it will help you to straighten your hair. You need a specific technique, routine, and system that will work for you individually. My sister Jaso realized that and she created an entire website to help women and girls like me who would like to heat train anytime, anywhere. Glory be to God for her creativity. But it's not only heat training she can help you with. As you can see from her plethora of videos on this channel, she was able to grow her hair to waist length. So if you're a natural and you need a little bit of help or you need a lot of help growing your hair as long as you possibly can, she is the one to go to. With this program, you will receive access to exclusive giveaways, products like Olaplex, Rev Airs, blow dryers, flat irons, Mizani, Jisoo, Ottawa Beauty, Briogeo, TGIN, Ion, Silk Elements, and more. Come on, who wouldn't want a chance to win a Rev Air? You will have access to exclusive experiments. Yes, we're still experimenting, just no longer on YouTube. When you join our community, we would like you to be a part of these experiments. Of course, there's a process to sign up for these options because we'll have to send things to you or receive things from you, but I only have one head after all, and I would like you guys to be included. So no longer do you guys have to wait for videos to come up on YouTube channel. You'll just be part of the experiments. This will enable us to help even more women with kinky coily hair reach their hair goals. Where else on the interwebs can you find something that allows this? Where? Exclusive videos. You can get exclusive access to videos that will never be shown on YouTube, as well as early watching privileges to content that will be uploaded on YouTube. Exclusive community, a safe place where women can openly discuss their true feelings when it comes to their hair, positive or struggling, without fear of judgment. Exclusive sales, exclusive formulations. You will have access to one privately formulated product along with a video with step-by-step directions with your subscription, bringing science and hair care together in your home. This formulation will be constructed by a certified formulator with credentials up to USA regulatory standards. You will get all this and much more. We have payment plan options for those that need a little help. Our goal is, by the grace of God, to have every woman on this earth with kinky coily hair experience long hair once, no matter how they like to style their hair. Find us at thewaitingroomnhb.com. Right now, we only offer our services to US-based customers. Thank you.